The T-splice, the 90-degree side splice, or the 90-degree splice. Hello everybody, welcome back. And today's little, splice that I've learned today is, there's a couple of ways of doing the 90-degree splice. This is just one way. I'll do another video later on a different way of actually tying the splice in. But what we've basically done is we've taken one rope here, which is the coloured rope, and we've spliced it at 90 degrees to another rope at the top here. If ever anybody here has actually used this for real, please tell me about it, because I do like to hear about knots and splices used in action. So if you know more information about this and have used it, please do leave me a comment down below. But anyway, without going on too much, let's get knotting and tie the 90-degree splice. Okay, so I'll see you on the other side. Right, so in preparation to splice the coloured rope into this rope here at 90 degrees, I've done the following. I've unravelled 3 of the strands of my coloured cordage here, and what I've done is I've tied it off at this point here with a constrictor knot. And then the next thing that we're going to do is actually tie this, or splice this, onto our rope here at 90 degrees. Right, so the first thing that we do is we bring up our coloured cordage, in this case, up against our rope that we're going to splice onto. And what I've done is I've allowed the 3 strands to fall naturally apart so that we're going to work from left to right on our actual strands. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take the left hand of the 3, which happens to be the green one, and I'm going to open up the rope that we're going to splice to just at this point here. You usually can do it with your fingers. If you find that a bit difficult, get yourself a Swedish fid or just a normal fid, and then pass the first strand through like so. Make sure that it doesn't unravel as such. And so we've got our first one has now gone through at that point there. And what we're going to do now is we're going to work our way along here so that we've gone under that one. So the next one, the next colour we're going to do, and the next colour that's available to me is the red one. So we're going to take the red one underneath this one here at that point. So what I'm going to do is once again open it up and then push my red one through. Make sure you keep the twist in the rope as you're pulling it through like so. Pull it through, it just makes it look a little bit neater and tidier. So there we go. We've got our second one through like so. And then finally, so we've gone under one there, under another one there with the red. So we're going to take the yellow one and go underneath that one there to the right hand side of that. So once again, I'm going to open that up, open it up like so, pass the end of my yellow one through, twist it so that the actual lay still looks smart and nice, twist it like so, and now you can see what we've done here is we've gone under one and we've got a nice straight line here. So we've gone under that one there with the green, under that one there with the red, and then underneath that one there with the yellow. And then the next thing you want to do is just pull it up nice and tight so that our actual, where we've put our constrictor knot in, it's as tight as we can get it, butting up against the rope at that point there. So just let me pull that through like so, and there we go. And then that is now the first stage of our actual splice done. Right, so now that we've passed all the cords through, pull them up nice and tight, the 3 strands there, pull them up nice and tight like so, and then the next thing you want to do is just turn your work over, just turn it over like so, and then what we're going to do now is we're going to go in each particular case with, okay, if we look at this here now, what I'm going to do is the yellow one comes out here, so I'm going to go over that one there and come under this one here. So all I'm going to do is just open up, let's see, show you there. So the yellow one is coming out at that point there. But what we want to do is bring it over the first strand here and then down through that one there. So what I'm going to do is open that up and then pass the yellow one down through there. Oh, open up a bit. Oh! It never goes easy when you're in front of a camera for some reason. There we go. Okay, and so get hold of that one. Just make sure you twist the strands again so they're nice and tight. And then just pull that through. There we go, first one. And so now we go on to the red one. So the red one wants to come over this one here and then underneath that one there. So let's open that up a bit, get hold of the red one, pass it down through. There we go. Keep the twist in it like so. There we go. And then finally, the green one here wants to come over this one here and then down there like so. So pull that through. So open up at that point there. So open up that one and then bring it down through that gap that we've created there. That's it. There we go. And it's catching slightly. Okay, and then pull it up all nice and tight. That's it, to get all the slack out of it. And then you can see here now, what's happened here is we've basically gone over the cordage at the top there, like so, and then we're coming out again at the bottom, like so. Okay, so that is now the next piece. And the next bit is even easier because all we're going to do now is actually splice the rope in place. What I'm going to do is just tidy this up a little bit more, pull it up nice and tight because we want it nice and tight so that the actual, where we've put our constrictor knot in there, we want that up nice and tight against our main rope there. And then the next thing we're going to do is just go round and we're going to splice that in. Just make sure, looks like there's a bit of slack in there, that's it. Okay, so now that we've gone over the top there like so, the next thing we're going to do is just come down here and we're going to, in effect, back splice our rope like as you would a back splice. And so the first one I'm going to pick here, I'm going to pick the red one because it's nicely in the middle here now for me. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it over that green one and pass it underneath the red one there like so. And then as you pass it through, twist it so that you keep the natural twist of the actual rope itself, and it just makes it look a little bit smarter and neater. And then the next one I'm going to do is I'm going to take the yellow one and I'm going to pass the yellow one underneath the green one there so it comes out at the front. So just take that, pass it through the gap of the green one there like so, put the twists in it so it looks good and natural, and then finally the green one here will go over the red one and under the yellow at this point here. So I'm just going to pass that through that loop there and pass it through. And so there we now have our first splice. And just go around, pull them up tight, get the twists in the right position so it looks nice and neat and tidy. And you can see now here we've started the first part of our splice. And then the next thing is, as it's the nearest colour to me here, the yellow one is coming out here. We want to go over one, under one. So in this particular case, it's going to go over the red one here and come out underneath the yellow. So once again, make a gap for the yellow one there and twist it, keep it nice so it looks nice and neat and tidy, and pull it through. Make sure it's all up nice and tight, then go around to the next one. Now the next one here comes out above the yellow, so we want to go over the yellow and under the green. So make a gap in the green one here, take it underneath like so. There we go. Oh, it's catching. It's quite a horrible rope to work with this actually, but never mind. And then finally the green one here, wants to come over the green one. So it wants to come over that green one there. There's the next rope that it wants to come under. So we open up a gap under the red one there. Oh, caught two. So just open up on that red one there and bring the green one through underneath. And that's all we do, all the way down. We basically just make sure you don't catch any of those ends. Some ropes do splice better than others, that's for sure. There we go. And then, let's see, pull that one through there. There we go. And pull the yellow one through. And you can see here now that what we're doing is just basically getting a nice splice down our rope. Make sure the rope lays back in place. And then what we're going to do next is go around again. I'm going to give it one more tuck. I mean, normally with synthetic ropes you do 5 tucks, and with natural cordage you do 3 tucks. But obviously the more secure you want this to be, the more tucks you want to put in it. So as you can see here, the green one is coming out here over the yellow. So we want to go over the yellow and under the green at the bottom there. So I'm going to make a hole at that point there and pass my green one through. And that was simple enough. And then if I go around to this point here, let's see. Here's my yellow one coming out. The yellow one wants to come over that green one there and go underneath the red one underneath it there like so. So pull that through, pass it through. There we go. And then my red one here. So there's my red one here coming out at that point there. It wants to pass over that red one at this point and then underneath that yellow one there at that point. And so just take that, pass it through like so. Whoops. There we go. And then just pull it up nice and tight. Make sure the lay of the rope, keep saying it, it just looks a lot smarter if you make sure that the lay is correct. And there we go. And as you can see there now, what we've done is, and I will go on eventually and do some more tucks in that, but you can see here now how we've actually spliced a right angle splice into a rope. And that's all we do. As simple as that. So once again, thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, if you hated it, but please do leave me a comment down below, and especially tell me if ever you've used this particular splice before. And I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.